Welcome to Balls and Strikes, where we call them like we see them. I'm Gary Abernathy, former columnist for the Washington Post. With me is Ken Buck, former U.S. Congressman from Colorado and founder of Americans for Good Government. Together, we're going to pull back the curtain on federal spending, the national debt, the rise of socialism, and the breathtaking waste and fraud that Washington hopes you're too busy to notice. Governor Hochul was talking about how horrible it's been that millionaires are leaving New York. Millionaires are leaving New York for Texas, for Florida. We know where they're going. And she actually had the temerity to say this: we need those millionaires to come back so they can fund our generous socialist, she didn't use the word socialist, I'll use it, but our generous welfare programs. I mean, she's literally complaining that they're taxing millionaires out of existence and out of their state, and please come back because it's your duty to fund our social programs. Ken, just give me your gut reaction to that.
Well, my first gut reaction was, as yours is, it's hilarious. My second gut reaction is, how sad is it that someone with her intelligence and the intelligent people around her can't look at this situation and say, we need to reduce spending so that the millionaires come back. We need to reduce taxes so that the millionaires come back. We need to make New York a more attractive location than Florida so the millionaires come back. But no, it was almost like, and she used the word captives, Gary, it's almost like she felt that they had a prison and they had a system that these people couldn't leave. And then she bemoans the fact that there's remote work, and now we have remote work, and so these folks who are moving to Florida, they can work remotely. They can live in a place where there's nicer weather, where there's
point.
lower taxes, and probably less crime, and then they can still get their work done and make their income and be able to feed their families and plan for retirement. What a horrible choice that these millionaires have made, as opposed to just funding my ridiculous social programs.
The statistic I saw is between 2020 and 2023, 900,000, almost a million New Yorkers left the state during those years. Basically, this is a case of the Democrat governor publicly admitting that having higher taxes erodes the tax base and won't pay for their socialist programs they want. Do they not get how how mathematics works?
They obviously don't, but what they do, and I'm sure she regretted these comments because now they're going viral and it's very public. But this was a moment of honesty. She was for once being honest. She didn't put up a facade. She was just being honest and saying, we've lost all these wealthy people. They need to come back to New York.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. They don't need to come back to New York. They can go to Florida. It's called freedom.
That's right. And, you see this, you see kind of the cluelessness of it. I do all the time. Every time you hear from someone like Hochul, from Gavin Newsom, from Mamdani in New York, mayor of New York, from AOC, all these folks, they literally do see wealthy people as people who are just there to fund their socialist programs. That's how they don't see wealthy people as admirable, as people who have been successful in life, as people who deserve to keep more of their own money. They see them as simply, that's where we go and turn on the spigot to fund the socialist programs we want. And the math isn't going to work out that way, as they're finding out, as Hochul has found out.
Yeah, the word I hear most often from the left is that the people who have been successful are greedy. They aren't successful because they work hard. They aren't successful because they save. They aren't successful because they took risks. They invested in their own education. None of those things make people successful in the view of the left. What makes people successful in the view of the left is that you're greedy. You don't care about people. You're heartless. Nothing could be further from the truth. We're the most charitable country in the world. And we became the most charitable country in the world because hardworking people made a lot of money and then gave it back. And that's part of our fabric. And when the government takes over those functions, charitable giving decreases, and generous people stop giving money to charities because of getting taxed so much.
That's an excellent point. The philanthropy of people does not get the attention it deserves, and the great works that a lot of people who have been successful in life, the media doesn't want to talk about that. They see, because they don't see any kind of philanthropy as worthy unless the government's in control of it. That's what I see from the left.